Finding eight-legged creatures in your house can be unsettling, especially if you aren't a fan of living around spiders. You can keep spiders from burrowing and spinning webs in your home by applying natural remedies like vinegar and essential oils. Maintaining a clean, well-sealed home can also prevent spiders from taking up residence in your space. With the right approach, you can keep spiders out of your home easily and effectively. How to get spiders out of your house without killing them. Welcome to my channel. Here, we talk about gardening tips and pest control methods like this. So you're here for the first time. Maybe it's a good idea to subscribe. Also, click the bell icon so that you receive notifications on my new upload. Part 1. Nudging the spider outside. 1. Open the door or window. Open the door or window that the spider is near. If the spider is non-venomous, there are a number of ways to get it out of your home. If the spider in your house is already close to a window or door, you can find ways to encourage the spider out. You will first want to open the door or window to show the spider the way out of the house. Try to step around the spider and open the door or window slowly. If you scare the spider, it may run and hide somewhere, and you won't be able to get it outside as easily. 2. Block the spider's path. Find an object to block the spider's path. Find an object like a notebook, folder, or book that you can move around the spider if it tries to go in a direction that's not the open door or window. Anything that is tall and flat will work. 3. Guide the spider out. Take the notebook or folder and gently give the spider a nudge toward the door. The spider will be scared and start moving. If the spider veers away from the door, take the notebook and put it next to the spider to create a wall so that the spider won't be able to run in that direction anymore. Keep doing this until the spider starts running in the right direction. 4. Guide the spider over the threshold. The spider may hesitate on the threshold as it is running toward the door. If the spider lingers on the threshold, brush it out using your hand or the notebook or folder. You also could flick it with your finger. 5. Throw the folder out the door. Throw the folder out the door if the spider crawls on it. When you are using the folder to guide the spider out of the door, the spider may start crawling on the folder instead of running. If the spider crawls onto the folder, toss the folder out the door so that both the spider and the folder are outside. The spider will eventually crawl off the folder, and you can go and retrieve the folder later. You may not feel comfortable throwing the folder out of the door or window, especially if you live in a communal space like an apartment complex. If the spider crawls on the folder, instead of throwing it, you can go outside with the folder and either brush the spider off with your hand or wipe the folder on a bush or the windowsill until the spider falls off. 6. Close the door or window. Now that the spider's gone, you don't want it to come back. Make sure that you close the door or window so the spider or other bugs can't come in. Part 2. Using the paper and cup method. 1. Place a cup over the spider. This works best for spiders on the floor or on the wall. Approach the spider slowly so that it doesn't get scared and start running. Quickly, take a small cup and place it directly over the spider so that the spider is trapped inside. Preferably the cup should be clear so that when you trap the spider, you can see it inside the cup. However, you can use any cup that you have in your house. Make sure to aim correctly so that the spider is unharmed. You don't want to crush the spider or any of its legs with the rim of the cup. 2. Slip a piece of paper. Slip a piece of paper under the cup. Take a sheet of paper and slide it underneath the cup. Make sure that the piece of paper is under the entire cup. This will make sure that the spider won't be able to escape when you lift up the cup. The paper should be just one sheet, as opposed to a book or notebook. A stiff piece of paper like a note card or index card works best. If the spider is dangling from a web, you will want to place the cup under the spider and then either cut the web using scissors or use the piece of paper to break the web. The web and spider will stick to the piece of paper, and you will be able to bring the cup up to the paper and trap the spider. 3. Lift up the cup and the piece of paper. You want to lift up the piece of paper and the cup so that the spider is still trapped inside. Make sure that as you are lifting, the rim of the cup and the paper are always against each other so that the spider does not escape. One way to lift the cup and paper is to hold the edge of the piece of paper with your left hand, with your right over the bottom of the cup. Lift the edge of the piece of paper, still holding the cup over the paper. Slip the fingers of your left hand under the piece of paper so that your hand is on the part of the piece of paper underneath the cup. Now with your hand underneath the paper and cup, you can lift up the trap and carry it to your door. 4. Let the spider out of the cup. Carry the spider over to the door. Open the door and step outside. Place the trap on the ground and take the cup off the spider. The spider should run away. If the spider is not moving, try gently blowing on the spider. You can also brush the spider off with your hand if you're feeling brave. Part 3. Using a dustpan or vacuum. 1. Sweep the spider onto the dustpan. If the spider is on the floor, sweep the spider onto the dustpan. You can also do this if the spider is on a wall, but be careful not to sweep the spider on you. 2. Gently tap the underside. Gently tap the underside of the dustpan. With the spider on the dustpan, head to the door. As you are walking, tap the underside of the dustpan with the sweeper or with your fingernails. The noise and the vibrations of the tapping will scare the spider so that it stays still and doesn't run off the dustpan. 3. Release the spider outside. When you get outside, place the dustpan on the ground. The spider should run off. If it doesn't, you can leave the dustpan there until the spider leaves it, or you can use the sweeper to sweep the spider off the dustpan. 4. Use a vacuum. If using a dustpan is too up close and personal with the spider for you, use a vacuum instead. On the lowest setting, vacuum up the spider. Then empty out the filter outside of your home. You can use a regular vacuum cleaner, but be warned that this may possibly kill the spider. A dust buster is a slightly better option. You can also buy vacuums made especially for bugs and insects. You can purchase these on Amazon. Part 4. Using a plastic bag. 1. Get a plastic bag. Use a plastic bag that is easy to turn inside out, like a plastic shopping bag. You also want to be sure that the bag is big enough so that your hand will fit inside it. Make sure that the bag doesn't have any rips or holes. 2. Put your hand inside the bag. Make sure that you are able to move your fingers inside the bag. You are going to grab the spider with the bag, so you want to make sure that the bag is flexible enough to do this. Walk over to the spider with the bag on your hand. 3. Grab the spider. With the hand that is inside the bag, grab the spider. Try to be gentle and not to squeeze, or else you could kill the spider. Try to grab the spider so that it is surrounded by the bag and is not being squeezed between your fingers. 4. Turn the bag inside out. Quickly, before the spider can escape, turn the bag inside out. This way the spider will be trapped inside the bag. Pinch the top of the bag so that the spider can't escape out the top. 5. Release the spider. Take the spider outside and shake out the bag. The spider should come out. You also can leave the bag outside and come back for it later, but be sure to remember, you don't want to litter. Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update from Guardian's Choice Official.